Hi everyone, welcome to another live, Self-Love Live at 5 every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hi to everyone who's watching the replay. I am going to talk about some topics that are very, very juicy, and I am going to use my own personal experience and to sew that into the main points that I am going to be making on this live. So to begin, let's first start off with talking about the issues that I was experiencing in my life. Hi, Anastasia. I'm going to start with the first issue that I kept on experiencing twice in two long-term relationships that I've had in the past. It was this theme that I was attracting men or boys that could not be faithful to me, meaning both of my long-term relationships in the past, both have cheated on me. They both were already living the player lifestyle. They were dating multiple women, and they had a lifestyle of just hooking up with women. And of course, they meet me, and I felt so special because they felt something for me. They wanted to commit to me. They wanted to have a relationship with me. First relationship I was in was 5 years. Second relationship was for 4 years. And last year was basically me still trying to get over them and still going back to them. So you know how that gets. It gets really messy. So when I was really, really, really sick and tired of it and was noticing that theme, eventually got to a point where I was reflecting, and today I am really seeing that clearly they were a mirror for me about my own relationship that I have with myself. Yes, I was faithful in those relationships. They were unfaithful in the relationship that they had with me. However, it was revealing that I was unfaithful with the relationship with myself. You see, I had left myself to go all in and be with one person. I was not in a relationship with myself at all whatsoever. I had already broken promises that I probably had when I was young to really be a good family member, for an example. I broke that to be the good person that I know that I am. And I went behind my back so many times, and I cheated on myself by doing everything for this relationship. And I, let go of my morals. I didn't have any respect for myself. I chose them over other people. So I became unfaithful to my family. I wasn't committed to being there for my family anymore. So, wow, how about that for letting people be a mirror for me so that I can see what's missing in my life? So that's topic number one. We're heartbroken and we want to blame people. And we're so mad at people for cheating on us, when really we are cheating on ourselves. We have went behind our back so many times and did the unthinkable, which is, a part of a lot of my healing has been healing the shame and the guilt that I feel about neglecting my own self, and also neglecting being there for my family, and, being that type of sister, that type of daughter that I wish I would have been, seeing myself now. So that's the first thing that I wanted to bring to attention, which will tie into a theme, the next topic that I wanted to talk about that I see everywhere. I mean, this was for myself too. Not only was I attracting unfaithful men or people to date, I was attracting unavailable people overall. My overall experiences, even with my family, with my partners, with certain friends, and I was really heartbroken over that. I just never experienced a true friendship where I was able to express everything and they could really hold those emotions for me and make me feel better consistently. And right as I'm saying that, I do think about some moments with friends that were able to do that for me. But here's the thing, I still felt shitty about myself. No matter how much that I had certain people in and out of my lives that did give me that emotional support that I need, I still didn't feel good. And then boom, another relationship comes through my life, the second one, same thing, emotionally unavailable, unable to hold that safe space for me when I'm emotionally down, and end up being unfaithful. So again, what does this reveal for me? What does this reveal for you? If we are attracting relationships that are emotionally unavailable, it also means that we are emotionally unavailable with ourselves. So, wow. How about that for like the reveal behind the curtains? So, what can we do? What can we do now that we know that we have been attracting what we are missing? We are emotionally unavailable. No wonder we are attracting people who are emotionally unavailable as well, because it's familiar. Hi, Dina. How's it going? By the way, if you have any questions, feel free to chat. If we never really connected before, would love to know where you're coming from and, how are you enjoying the group so far? Okay. So on to that. What do we do now? So I have a journal prompt, and this is really hard. I know that in order for us to really have the courage, the energy to show up, to do something really uncomfortable, we need to have some type of strong will, motivation from all the pain and all the, how do I say it? Basically coming to a place where you're really sick and tired of it, because that's what it took for me. And yes, there was some anger. So I would use all of that energy to show up to my self-love practice. So here we go. This is the journal prompt. It could be any type of journaling. First journal prompt. First part of this journal prompt is to write out how you're feeling, express how you're feeling. So you can really give to yourself what you seek with other people, which is to basically see you, be with you, feel with you. So we are going to do that for ourselves, expressing how we're feeling, letting that experience be a moment of you seeing yourself, hearing yourself out, being with you, being safe with yourself to feel all of it. And then we are going to continue to respond to ourselves as if we are responding to the younger version of yourself that felt this way before. We're going to talk to that younger self, whether it's the version of you that was 6 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, preteen, teenager, younger adult, and respond in a way as if you would respond to anyone that you've been there for emotionally. So I want to validate that you do have the capabilities of being there for yourself emotionally with the comfort, validation, a lot of comfort. And if you hype up other people because you're like validating how awesome they are, guess what? You're going to do that for yourself. So the journal prompt is express your emotions, express how you feel, and then respond as if you're responding. You get an opportunity to talk to your younger self that felt this way before, and or somebody else that you've been there before. Okay? Very simple, yet very hard. And this is why support is always available. If you need that one-on-one support, I offer different types of services with that. And I do have some community group services as well. The link is above. Anything that you see associated with Self-Love Exodus, we do monthly meditation and also a monthly self-love practice in the park. It's a in-person meetup. And then quarterly, we do workshops and then a 2-hour self-love workshop. So let other people be a mirror to you of what you're actually missing for yourself. If you're so hurt from this person not doing X, Y, and Z, chances are those are probably the things that you needed when you were younger and you never got that. So who's responsible to give that to you now? We know that we can't depend on other people. So the fingers always point at us. And this is where we can have responsibility and be empowered that we have the capabilities to do this. We simply need to learn tools and self-love practices that we can start to integrate into our everyday lives. And lastly, I wanted to make this a separate live, but it's just coming up naturally. The hardest part is to be consistent, right? So we're kind of like going to this direction now because we acknowledged what the issue is. We acknowledge that it's because we are that way with ourselves. That's why we're attracting unavailable and unfaithful people, for an example. So we just gained a tool, and now it's about implementing it as much as you can on the daily. So my suggestions are really make a promise to yourself that you're going to show up to this practice. So that's number one. Make that commitment, make that promise. And things are always adjustable. Okay. Even if you fall off, it's about coming back. It's about coming back, rewiring that brain. And then we are going to pick a time out of our day that you know that you can show up to 5 to 10 minutes. Even if you showed up to yourself doing nothing, that is a win, because you just made a conscious decision to do that for yourself, to show up to yourself. Let's just say you didn't make it to actually journal, but you showed up to be alone with yourself. So that's a win. Maybe that's the baby step. You know, if we need to get on a coaching call to work this through, let me know. But everyone's baby step looks different. Okay. So that is the goal. I don't know if in the morning you are an early riser and you're like, no problem, I could totally dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to myself. Then that's your chance right there to practice the self-love prompt. Is it in the middle of your day when you're on lunch break? Or is it at the end of the day when you come home after dinner and you're usually not doing anything until you go to bed? That is the opportunity. Some other suggestions are actually adding on to this is adding some self-care to help us feel like doing it, because I know a lot of times we're not going to feel like journaling. We don't feel like letting our emotions out. So what is something that can instantly get you in the mood? It is something that movies use all the time, and it is music. Make a playlist, find music on YouTube or something where you can feel the emotional inspiration, the loving inspiration to do this for yourself. Okay. I will leave the talk at that. I said a mouthful. Let me know in the comments what really spoke to you, what really supported you, what really got you excited, what really got you inspired to start practicing your self-love emotionally, specifically for yourself. Okay. I'm here to cheerlead you on to become the bestest friend, your own bestest friend in the whole entire universe, so that you can save your own life and you can go from feel like you're surviving to actually thriving. Okay. And that growth that you feel, that self-confidence, like that is the goal. And ultimately leading up to feeling at peace with your life, feeling at peace with yourself. Okay. All right. So passionate about this. All the links are above that are attached to this video for any support that you may need. And I will talk to you later. If you ever want to tune in live and interact with me, if you have any topics that you really need to hear about, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm here in the self-love private Facebook group every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.